amazing what these hands can do
when they work together
as one with hope, one dream,
and one goal.
People didn't believe we could make a difference.
Starting with one child in 1975.
But we did, and we can continue making a difference.
If we all work together
towards healing the world. One heart and one child at a time.
It takes skill
And lots of hands.
To heal the heart of a
child who needs our help.
As I look at these beautiful children, I realize even more deeply that the gift of life is the most precious gift of all. The words that describe our cause are familiar enough: a mission, a crusade, an endless challenge to rescue lost children around the whole world. We take resources, knowledge, and commitment of dozens of individuals, bring them all together, hand in hand, to heal one desperately ill child at a time.
The Gift of Life, a project of Rotary District 7250, provides life-saving heart surgery to needy children who would ordinarily be unable to afford it, surgery that isn't available in their home countries. But these children and their families have no place to turn for help, so they turn to us, and we're here for them. But healing their hearts is really only the beginning, for these grateful souls go back to their countries and become our ambassadors for peace. They tell their story of survival, eternally grateful to those nice people in America who donated their time and their services to save the life of their child.
I want to thank you very much for my doctor. He worked with my heart for hours, and after that I have a new heart, and it's nice. I'm very appreciative for you. You're all nice people.
Each child we cure testifies to the caring and decency of our people. Innocence is all a child knows, and our help is all they ask for. We at Gift of Life are here to provide that help. We work for little kids whose hearts haven't learned to hate yet. The Gift of Life is a story of people of all ages from all walks of life that believe that by working hand in hand, they can make a difference. Take, for example, the high school-aged children in Interact clubs around the world. Through this youth organization of the Rotary, dozens of sick children are given a chance to live a normal life. This year alone, through the efforts of Interact clubs within our district, 8 children have received life-saving surgery. The Kids for Kids walk in October raised enough money for 5 of those surgeries. It is their vision to make this walk a worldwide event, linking Interact members around the world, inspiring us with their message of belief for a better world. They know that no one can do it alone.
The world didn't become what it is overnight. Making it better will take some time.
Our generation knows what it can do. Each of us can make a difference.
It takes skill
And lots of hands.
To heal the heart of a child
who needs our help.
The Gift of Life is a story of people of all ages, from all walks of life. People who are convinced that by working together hand in hand, they can make a difference, a big difference in a life, a nation, and in the world. We see their hands, the hands of parents, little different than yours, little different than mine, clasped in prayer for their mortally ill children. Yes, and we see the hands of boys and girls, no matter what their race, faith, origins, or culture, reaching towards us for our unconditional help. Once rescued, the children and those who accompany them return home as our ambassadors of goodwill and peace.
And thanks very much for the Gift of Life, for the way they have to support my daughter, Akila, and also her mother also. And I want to say thanks very much.
In our language, mabuhay ang Gift of Life Incorporated.
Thank you. Primeramente, luego a ustedes por esta oportunidad que a través de ustedes mi niño recobró su vida.
She wants to thank God and the Gift of Life because
through the gift of life her son has in your life. She's very thankful, she's very happy, and she's crying.
Tears of joy.
Okay? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Gift of life.
As you can see, this is my baby. The surgery is done. She is healthy. I am happy. And I want to say thank you to everybody who is coordinating, who is in the office of the gift of life, to every Rotarian in every part of the world. I owe you guys a million thanks. And I want to say, keep the flag flying and continue the good work.
We do it for the children.
We do it for their future.
It takes skill
and lots of hands
to heal the heart of a child
who needs our help.
You know, we see a lot of miracles at Gift of Life, but one of my favorites is a story of partnering up with Johnny Watson. A friend of mine for 14 years, got cerebral palsy, severely challenged physically and speech-wise. Called me up on his 33rd birthday just prior to last year's banquet and said, I'm 33. I said, sorry, I missed your birthday. He said, no. He says, it dawned on me that God gave me the same amount of years as he gave his own son. And I asked God what I could do to say thank you. And he told me to give all my birthday money to Gift of Life to help save a child. And I was very moved because that hadn't occurred to me when I was 33. And I said, well, how much money did you get, John? He said, $50. Well, knowing it cost $5,000 to save a child, and also, you know, knowing John is rich of spirit, but maybe a little poorer pocket, I said, John, do you think God would be just as happy if you gave 25 to Gift of Life, kept 25 for yourself? He said, the whole thing. I said, okay. So I hung up the phone, I called John Capri and Robbie Donald, told him the story. I said, can we throw John's $50 in with somebody else's and make up a plaque and say that he had a significant amount to do with saving a child's life? They said yes. I was happy with that. My wife said, hey, you got 7 Academy Award scripts here. Take them back, sell them, raise another $5,000 for John. So I came back, I told you all the story that year, and then I said, here's the scripts. I'm not going to auction them. I'm going to be over at this table if somebody can partner up with my friend Johnny Watson. So I'm looking for the first person or persons that come forward will get these scripts. I'll be over at the table. I walked over. I didn't even make it to my seat. Guy standing in my face, he says, what's it going to cost me partner up with this Johnny Watson guy? I said, $4,950. He said, this any good? And he hands me his gold American Express card. Man, I was this high off the floor. I just saw $50 become $5,000. And before I can fully react, another guy walks up and he says, I'm partnered up with an outfit. They double everything I do twice. I'm giving you $3,750, double $7,500, doubled again, 15 G's. Partnered up with Johnny Watson. I get $20,000. Before I can turn around, Pat LaFontaine, our honoree last year, taps me on the shoulder. He says, don't say nothing, but I want to give $5,000. Partner up with Johnny Watson. I got $25,000. It's time to give an Angel Award. I went up on the stage. I gave the Angel Award. The guy said a few thank you remarks and said, by the way, our foundation wants to give $5,000. Partner up with Johnny Watson. I got $30,000. And the guy walks down the middle of the aisle waving a piece of paper and he says, you know, I know what it's like. He says, not to have $5,000 I can part with, but here's $1,000 to throw in the pot. 17 minutes, I had $31,000, 6 children's lives saved because Johnny Watson said the whole thing. God said the whole thing. I called him. I said, you want to hear what happened to your $50? He said, yeah. I told him the first story. He was cheering on the other end of the line. I said, no, John, there's more. He said, well, what? I told him the rest of the story. When I finished, there was silence on the end of the phone. And I said, John, you there? He said, yeah. I said, what do you think? He said, the Lord works in mysterious ways. It doesn't always work alone. Sometimes we need you.
It takes skill
and lots of hands
to heal the heart of a child
who needs our help.
We need your help Without you, we can't do it. These two hands, with your two hands, and your neighbor's hands, and a doctor's, and a nurse's, and a Rotarian, and countless others, all form a chain of hope, of help and healing to one innocent, beautiful child at a time. When a child reaches out for help at Gift of Life, we can answer with your help, one heart, one at a time.
It's amazing what our hands have done.
What began with one child 30 years ago
has now provided 5,000 life-saving surgeries.
We've grown to include over 40 Rotary districts.
In 50 countries.
With 50 hospitals.
Hundreds of volunteers.
And countless doctors and host families.
Millions of dollars in medical supplies have been donated.
And this is just the beginning.
It takes skill.
And lots of hands.
To heal the heart of a child
who needs our help.
And with your help, help for them is on the way.